Okay, we're back again. It's we've had a lunch and I've had to sit down and had a look at emails and a bit of Facebook. So we're going back and see if we can get this tyre put on now. Let's find my gloves. Now we've got some tyre lubricant here, and it's an old tub. I've had it for yonks, and it's right. Okay, can you see this? It's largely evaporated. I'll get this low down because I think you're fairly. It's tyre lubricant. Now it's people, you can use fairy liquid or washing up liquid if you like, to do it, but it's not quite the same. This, when I first bought this stuff, it's quite thick. In fact, you can buy it in a pot when it's quite like a paste. Here's a brush to put it on with, so we're going to do that. Now I'm going to cut this off in a minute. You need to cut it off fairly low down, because if you don't, sticking out a bit of white at the end of it. No, they're not all like this. This is one I bought quite a long time ago. So it needs cutting off quite close to the tread, otherwise as it's rotating, because it'll push it off on the inside. So we're going to cut that off. We're going to blow the tyre up first though. So we're going to put some gunge on this around the bead of the tyre to help it to get on. Right. Right, now the thing is about this stuff, it's quite soapy. Let's give you a look again. You can see you see how it is there. It's quite soapy on the rim, look. And that's because it's the proper stuff. Fairy liquid would, it's soapy, but it would run away. And this stuff doesn't. I'm going to put some more grips on there to hold it in place. Got to be a bit careful because it's a tubeless rim, and I don't want to damage the seal on the inside, but I need to. Now, can you see it's on there, and it should be behind that. Let's see if we can work this on. Yep, that's not bad. Not bad. We made a bit of progress. This is a bugger. It's a real bugger. This is definitely easier with the wheel off. You can put your feet on it. With the wheel off, you can get your feet on it and all kinds of things and head around and well done. It's all come off again. You can't see much what I'm struggling, can you? A bit more soap. We're still recording. Here we are. This is a bit of a struggle, but I think we'll win. We're nearly there that time, so I know we can get there. You do need to be quite strong to do these. I'm not ever so strong now. Not like I used to be. See, I've got a tyre fitting machine down the garden. It doesn't do this side, but it does make this sort of thing a lot easier. It does car tyres and truck tyres. It's manual. Get that bead over there. Now we need another one. Get over there. Get over there like that, that's it. That's pretty good. And we don't break the bead of the tyre. A bit more juice. Can you see there how we're nearly there actually? It's well down. It's down in the groove where it wants to be. It has to be in the groove. has to be in that groove. Down there. It's no good having the tyre still. Oh bugger. No good having the tyre up close up here, because there it's you'll never get it over the rim. Now I've gone a bit too deep there, I think. Back a bit. Taking a bit too big a bite. This one. Come back a bit. There we are now then, come on. Let's get you on. That's well down there. It's a long way off yet. Thing is not to take too big a bite. Right. Now we're not far off now. Watch. We're not far off. It's on. Would you believe? Oh, let's have a look at the camera. It's on. So, bit of trial and error. We've actually got it on. Now, let's see if we've got some air. You need one of these in your garden or at home. If you've got a garage, definitely one of these. They're not expensive, especially nowadays. They're not expensive. That should do for the minute. Now we're going to take the valve out. Valve key, and take the valve out of the inner valve, inner out, and it allows a lot more air to go through to seat. If there's any problem with getting the tyre back in place on the rim, then this will allow more air to go in, as the inner, to go in and seat it. Then you can put the valve back in and blow it up again. Let's see this. Moment of truth. Is this going to hold air, and has that puncture repair worked? And the back bead looks okay. It's this one here. It isn't seating. Right. Right. While I'm putting more air, I'm going to get a bit of string. Right. Put a bit of string on the tyre. We're going to tighten that up. There's enough room for this wood to work. We're going to just come on, boo boo. That's it. That'll probably do it. It pushes the bead further out. We've got it. Five pounds a square inch. 11. Put the valve in the right way around. Normally run these about 18. 12 is supposed to be about right, but 4. Air pressure is very dangerous, you know. You have to be ever so careful what you're doing with it. Don't overinflate anything, and be ever so careful when you're inflating things. Never stick anything here to keep it blowing up while you go and have a whittle or something. You'll kill yourself. There's enough pressure in a lorry tyre, one of these old lorry tyres. I've did a video about this on YouTube. Thursday was my day for Stamford. It's an old lorry tyre, 920, something like that. If you put it underneath a Rover 90 car, you know, the old Rover 90s, and if it was to explode, it would lift the Rover 90 about 20-30 feet in the air. what it would do to you, well, what we've got now, 7. Just check what's in the other side before we go mad. Got 17 in the other side. That's £17 a square inch over this tyre, which is a big tyre. Imagine there's £17 a square inch pressing on every square inch of this tyre. So if there's any sign of it not being able to hold the pressure, for goodness sake, don't do it. Camping car behind you is 90 psi in those tyres, but they're made to stand it. And many plies different to this. Remember, this is only a 2-ply. Now I need to look at our repair. Let's bring you around here. It's leaking. Just a wee bit. It's leaking. So we might, I think probably this thing was too old. And the inside of the tyre wasn't probably clean enough because of all that gloop. Anyway, I mean, if it holds up, if it settles in there and if it holds up for, you know, while I'm using the thing, that'll do. At least it isn't going down instantly. Big hole. Rubbish. Mushroom thing inside, theoretically, the pressure inside should hold the mushroom tight against the inside of the tyre. It's back up and it'll stand me for running around the garden for half an hour and then come back in and blow it up again. So that's the main thing. Mustn't forget to put the nut back on the wheel. Or we should be losing the wheel. That's the nut that came off the wheel, a little thing. Put a drop of oil on it. Oh, we know we can do it. Just hold the wheel while we tighten this nut up. That's enough exertions for today. As you can see, it's got a tow rope because it's a towing tractor as well. There we are. I think we'll call it a day. I'm going to put tools away and go for a ride.